April is a good time to mulch your flower beds, your landscaping beds, and trying to control the weeds throughout the summer. Mulch alone is great, but you can make your mulch last longer with a little bit of newspaper and some water underneath your mulch. So I brought a brick along because it is a windy day, and I have a pile of newspapers I have been saving. And if you're lucky, you can even convince your neighbors to save their newspapers for you so that you have plenty to go around. I have my newspapers and a bucket of water. And this is a trick I learned through Master Gardener classes at Penn State University, and they use this all the time on their flower beds, and it's really a great thing to do. So this is a bed with my blueberry patch. It's a new blueberry patch, so it looks a little small. The brick, of course, is to hold the newspapers in the one spot so they don't blow away while I'm working. And over here, we can use cardboard as well. Anything that will break down over time back into the earth that's biodegradable. And this is a big carton that I got a cart in. One thing with cartons this large, you'll need to inspect it to make sure there are no staples, because if you use staples and they're in your garden, in the future you go to work in the garden, you could get a staple in your finger, and then you'll need to go get a tetanus shot if you don't already have one. So this is a good thing to use in your garden. You just rip the corners apart so that you can lay it flat and then pile the mulch on top. So I'm going to start in the middle of the garden. I'll show you basically how we do this, and then I'll add a little bit of mulch. Put paper in the water, soak it, get it nice and wet, because like I said, it's windy and it will blow away if we're not careful. Okay, they're pretty wet. So I'm going to come over here and using thick layers, I have mine already separated into sections. I'll lay the sections down. If you see a weed that you're not covering, you want to get rid of that. And you just start surrounding the planting with, I'm not going to get too close because that way I can add fertilizer and the water can get in there real easily when it rains. This was packing material. That also works well. As you can see, you do need a lot of newspaper to do this, so you'll want to be saving it all year long. So in the springtime, you're ready to go. All right, I've just completed a small section just to show you. The paper goes down, overlapping all the edges. What you want to do is have it dark under there so the weed seeds won't sprout, and so the other weeds that are already under there will die. Then you just grab some of the mulch and put it on top. Of course, I will complete this with newspaper and cardboard. I'm saving the cardboard for the outer edge because the outer edge is a little thicker with persistent weeds, those perennial types such as violet, dandelion. They like to get into the outside edge. So cardboard, being thicker than the newspaper, will last longer, and that's what my goal is. And I will remove the violets that are already here, dispose of them, and then complete my mulching process. I think that's about everything that I could think of to tell you about making your mulch last longer. Thank you and have fun gardening.